part of me has no clue. Part of me does not know that that's okay. I found myself a lot of the time last year living for other people. I literally remember telling myself, like, if you can't live for yourself, live for other people. And I think at the time that worked. At the time, period, it was giving. Shit only lasted a few months, really, until shit really hit the fan, and I was like, oh. And I do think that it's important to have that, or I think at the time it was important for me to believe that so we wouldn't the self. But as I've come into this new year almost, or even a few months in last year, I really had to tell myself, like, I deserve to show up for myself. I deserve love. I deserve to live for myself. And it is a hard thing to grasp. Maybe not for everybody, but for me, it was a hard thing to grasp. And especially if you were coming from an environment, coming from a past where you didn't feel love and nobody made you feel like you deserved it. But this season, not even this season, this life that I'm living, I am so grateful, so happy, and so proud that I'm able to authentically live for myself and practice that and show up for myself. Because getting to that mindset is not easy. And there's a lot of pain that comes with it. But it's so worth it when you do believe that. And even there's days where I'm like, not too much. But in the grand scheme, like, yeah. When you love yourself deeply, even though some days I might not like myself, I might be like, you're annoying. I look in the mirror and I'm like, who's that? But there's my soul. Like, it's not necessarily tethered to what I look like or my thoughts. It's more connected to my actions, the way I give to the world, the way I give to myself, that truly reflects my soul, my intention, it reflects who you are. And I'm still on this journey of self-love, of living for myself, because it's really all new to me. I feel like as a kid, we're not taught to focus on ourselves. It's always, don't be too much for other people. I also realized, like, I had to go through some stuff. I had to live in a certain state for a little bit in order to get to this point. And that part of it was very hard. But I feel like that's half the battle. Now this is the other half. The first part of the battle really is existing and being confused and not knowing. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I'm saying that's not linear, but life is not linear. Healing is not linear. Existing is not linear. Things happen all the time. But what kind of inspired me to film one, because I like to talk, and I was watching this girl, and she was like, I like to talk, and I'm like, that's what fills my soul. I don't necessarily have to show anybody this, but I like to talk. I want to remember, because every day I'm constantly reminding myself to show up for myself. I'm constantly reminding myself that I deserve love and that I have everything I need within me to give that. I found myself now enjoying this journey so much more. And now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if I even fully allowed myself to be in the journey last time versus this time. And I think I was still living in that living for others mindset, even when I got into that relationship or whatever. But now I feel like, first of all, the title of her video, and her name is Returner, love her down, and the title is "What You Think of Me Is None of My Business," and it's so true. Like, I feel like I'm in this era of like, but I don't even want to call it an era, because sometimes an era feels like it's going to end, and this needs to be continuous, because I'm living my life now in a way that's like I'm not comparing. I mean, obviously there's comparison, whatever, but like, my life is for me. Like, it doesn't really matter the pace. It's not for my parents. It's not for my grandparents. It's for me. Like, I get to determine what my life looks like. I get to determine how fast I'm moving. And she brought up a good point of listening to your body, and it's just in your heart and your mind, which is something I'm actively working on, and being compassionate with yourself, because being mean to yourself is not going to get you to wherever you want to be any sooner. Period, point blank. It's not. It's really not. But that's just some stuff I've been dealing with, learning. I definitely still live in the past and think about the past and think about stuff, but I can definitely say, like, this journey of healing, I'm having so much more fun. I feel like I'm been given almost a second chance, really, to, yeah, like, it really feels like a second chance. Obviously, I can't go back to my childhood or high school, but like, a part of me still feels like her, or still has that, like, she's not living beside me, but like, she's a constant reminder to like she deserves love. And in a way, I'm still that person. In a way, I'm not. But yeah, be kind to yourself. Like, allow yourself to change. Allow yourself to. I've been meditating a lot, and it's really like, allow things to just happen and don't judge it. Like, really being like, it's okay. Like, and but don't use it. But don't take it as an excuse. Like I haven't been on my game. I'm supposed to be off Instagram, and I found myself like the past 2 days going on it. Part of me is like, Kayla, not too much, like, but then don't continue it the next day. When you find yourself going towards something, replace it with something else, a better habit, you know. I found myself on Instagram comparing myself to other people, thinking like, oh, I need to be at this certain point, I need to and it's just like, I'm exactly where I need to be. Yeah, there's things that I wish I could accomplish, but they're on the way. And because I believe so deeply that everything I want, I'm gonna have, I truly believe that. Like, my dream partner, my dream future, yeah, it's on the way. Like, I'm not even tripping. It'll come as long as I keep making the small decisions in my life to improve. Like, yeah. it'll happen. You really just have to live for yourself. Like, you have to find it in yourself. You have to listen to yourself. And like, there's something that's really stuck with me too, is like, you can choose happiness. Like, give yourself permission to be happy. Give yourself permission to be happy. Like, I mean, obviously mental illness is real, okay? And allow yourself to look outside and see how pigmented the fucking trees are, and let that be your source of happiness. Like, man, that's gorgeous. Like, that's like, period. The way the flowers are just so vibrant. And obviously I'm lucky and I'm privileged to be able to experience that, because not everybody is able to do that, but a lot of us are. And a lot of us don't realize the miracles, the abundance that is already around us. And that's one thing, y'all living in that lack mindset, y'all gotta live in abundance, because by living in abundance, everything is already yours. Like, everything around me, everything I'm surrounded by, period, it's abundant. Like, we can only go up from here. Hello. I was about to say something else too, and as soon as I said that, the kitty want to come right around the corner. Like, you heard me talking, you know that I was over here spitting. And I don't really even know part of what I'm talking about, but I do know what I'm talking about. Also, I'm a very much, I don't know, you know. And it's really, honestly, constantly reminding yourself of who you are, or just like where you want to be, and getting there. Okay, maybe I should stop now, because I'm super scared sometimes to talk, because I'm very insecure about the ways in which I speak, or like it's not gonna make sense, people not gonna understand. But when you do it for yourself, it's like it doesn't really matter, because I'm just doing it for me. Like, it's not for anybody else. What you think of me is none of my business. It's really